Good morning. How's it going, everybody? How you doing? What's happening in your part of the world? Where are you? I love it when people leave comments, because what I do is I paste it into Google Maps to see where you live. You don't have to tell me your address or anything like that, just the town. And I got one this morning for south of Atlanta. So I went to look. Fascinating. To me, fascinating. Anyway, what's happening? Not too much. There's some, that loud noise you hear is a tack down there plowing a field. Sounds like with no exhaust, so the guy's probably deaf. Or will be soon. But I'm just sitting here with, and as you know by now, Sugar. Just come to sit with Sugar for a couple minutes before I start the day. Sad, but inevitable. We all go at some point. And over the years, she developed a heart problem. The monitor issue didn't help, but she got past it. She normally when you get bit by something like that and get sepsis and all that business, you don't pull through. She pulled through and totally healed up. All her skin was back to normal. Her immune system was probably taxed a lot, but I did all I could do to build that back up, and she was doing really well. She hated taking tablets, so I got a syringe. And what I do is I put olive oil in it, about, I think it was a 10 millimeter syringe, and I put in olive oil, and then I ordered as many different oil-based nutrients as I could. So like capsules, with like fish oil, but they look like fish oil, but they're capsules in oil of other things, B vitamins and things like that. And then I'd poke a hole in them with the syringe and squeeze them into the what do you call it, the plunger part. I forgot what that's called right now. The syringe part. So I poke a hole in it with the needle. That's it. And then squeeze it into the thing, and then trying to get it to squirt it in her mouth. And she didn't like that neither. She was pushing her tongue out. So I found a way around that. I'd open her mouth, put the syringe on her tongue, and then squeeze it in slowly. And she had all kinds of concoctions, I'll tell you. So the things I take sometimes, people, Jan looks at me like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Hey, it's my life. I do what I want. And I take all kinds of nutrients. I'm not sick, but that's what I do." And she had to do the same, and she got through it all, built her up, got strong again. When you watched her walk around the garden after that, right, she'd have her pip in her step. The only thing was her breathing because of her heart problem, but I got her stuff for that too. And but then last Saturday, there was like thousands of mosquitoes out late at night, and she kept coming out of the workshop. And I put mosquito coil right by the workshop door so the mosquitoes wouldn't go in and bother her. And she kept coming outside, wanted to be outside. I guess she thought she could breathe better or something, but the mosquitoes would get her outside, so I got a little bit annoyed. And it's time to put her in anyway. It was like midnight, and because there were mosquitoes all over her, and got her back inside. And she laid down where she normally lays, and I found her there the next morning. And I tried to do a video about it a couple days ago, but I couldn't because I kept filling up. But my friend is gone. I keep teasing, I don't know if I do it for myself or her, but I feel she's still around, and I just go, "Sugar, where are you?" Just like joking. So maybe that's a way of healing for me, but I think it is, because I feel a little bit emotional now. so it's probably for me. But the good thing is she's not suffering anymore, and so she went to bed on Saturday, last Saturday, which was the 20th, and in the morning I found her, but when I found her, I could see she wasn't breathing, so I just sat next to her and pet her and talked to her for a while, and then put her where she is now. But there's a million mosquitoes over there in the Waterfall area now, but it's rainy season, so. But guess what else comes at rainy season? Let me show you. So earlier I went around the back to get my t-shirt off the line, and I thought, I feel there's some snakes around here. I get that feeling like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. So I thought, let me have a look around. So just standing, like, beautiful day, nice breeze. I went, So where did I see it? The snake? Right in there. He was curled up inside it with his head hanging out. I have a little tiny clip from a video. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. I'll include it here. There you go. Look inside. Look how big he is. So some birds made a nest in it a long time ago, and I guess they got tired of being bothered. I made the hole too big. It's actually made for smaller birds. There's a really tiny, like a wren, really small, like your finger. So nobody's nested in it for a long time. But there's a nest in it. You can see he's curled up in the back. See if I can zoom in anymore. See him in the back? Otherwise, now I come back, he's missing. And I just seen him. This is a trellis we walk under to get to the house. And he's in there, as I seen his body moving through when I come back. So let's see if we can find him. So there's the birdhouse. There's the trellis that we walk under, or plant we walk under. And who's here? Who's right here? Can you see him? He's long too. I said about a meter. So from there, his tail's all the way back there. So that's like about a meter. Maybe a bit longer. 1.10 meters. See him? I don't know if you can see him. He's there. And he comes over here somewhere. Yeah, there he is, there. So about 1.10 meters long. So it's about 30, maybe 40 inches long. Yeah, that's a better angle of him. He's definitely aware of where I am. Every time I go near him, any side, he moves his head around. But you know what's funny? Very unusual to see him in the daytime. But it is in the middle of the rainy season, so lots of water, lots of nesting, bugs, birds, anything, frogs. See his head wiggling? Little fart. Let me get out of here before he gets annoyed. Look at him coming. Get yourself back on that branch. Little fart. So he's off now. Up the tree. So a lot of mixed emotions still. You know, I had the workshop closed for 2 days, and I went in there and sugar smells in there. Not a bad smell, just a doggy smell. And so I thought, okay, I'll clean the place. I thought, no, I'm not going to clean the place. It's not. There's nothing there. It's just, I guess her smell's all over the floor, and I got rid of her bed yesterday. Jan took all her dog food. I left one can for any visitors who come by, and the dry dog food. I never give her canned food or dog food normally. She was spoiled. She had rice. This was her normal meal when she was healthy. When I first come, I did the Western thing, you know, cans of dog food and biscuit. But then I thought, you know something, there has to be a healthier alternative. So if you watch the way the Thai people feed their dogs, mainly it's dry biscuits mixed with whatever they've eaten from the day before. And it just, spicy or not, that's what the dogs get. And but I would make her like cow pat, which was rice and some meat or something with with a gravy on top of it, something like that. So it'd be like a minced pork or lumps of chicken, something with rice. And she had that for her evening meal, and for the breakfast I would just give her a snack or something. Because when she was healthy, what she'd do is she'd run off and steal everybody else's food. And Granny would go by on her scooter, and Sugar would bark at her, and she'd stop and give her some snack, which was usually something that she'd eaten on the way back from the market. She's a mess. She'd bark at Granny. Granny's like almost 90 and goes out to from her house to the market is over a mile, maybe closer to a mile and a half, maybe closer to 2 miles. And she still goes every day, well, most days, maybe up 4 days a week, almost 90, and goes on her scooter. Anyway, Sugar was a mess. But that's what I fed her, and everybody said, "High society." Even Jan said that, she's spoiled. But I thought, you know something? What's wrong with good nutrients, you know? Dogs like to eat meat, so I didn't give her rice all the time, but I give it to her for the carbs. But then when she got a bit chunky, I'd ease it back. And then, but in the end, she wouldn't eat anything, so I tried different dog foods with gravy, cat foods, you know. Cat food you're not supposed to give because of real high protein, but the smell would get her to eat. And then in the end, it was chicken and gravy by itself. She would eat that every day, just like you put it in front of her, turn around, and it was gone. But even in the end, she wouldn't eat that. He's always fussing with something. But in my mind, I kept thinking, why won't she eat? Why won't she eat? And I didn't realize, you know, how far along she was. I guess I didn't want to know that. But I feel okay now. You know, it's been 3 days already. But you know, you just have to suck it up and move along. That's life, isn't it? Life keeps dealing you shit and stuff, and you just soldier on. But I feel happy now. Not happy she's gone, but happy you know what's good about it? I didn't realize how much time I was spending each day caring for her. She eat her breakfast 3 or 4 times. I'd come check her. If she got water, if she by her fan, and I was happy to do that right to the end. You know, Jan said, leave her, she's okay. I'm like, I want to check. And now I look back, I thought I did everything in my powers to take care of her. But I thought I said to Jan the other day, if she makes it to Christmas, I think it will be a miracle. And she made it to the end of September. So not because of the bite, but because of her heart. But she outlasted all of her family that came here originally. They you know, Thai dogs. I think they got poisoned because they bark at people on scooters. And then the babies, one of them, of Sugar's babies, went to a person in the town, but we never kept in contact with them. The bigger male. Anyway, so let's change the subject, shall we? When I was working the other day, well, when I work, I rub my eyes with a face cloth because I'm sweating, but it makes the skin sore around my eyes, and then when you start to sweat, the salt gets in it. It's stinging. I want to show you what I've been doing on the wall. Let me show you. Remember the view? So you look back in here and you'll see a cave when it's done. But like for those who don't know, the primary reason of the cave is not the cave, but to support that wall. Because the road behind the wall is about this high, right? So if it gets wet, big trucks go by, it can push that wall over easy. It's got supports on it, which you can see there, one there, and one over there, and one behind this box. But they're not that big, so I was just worried. But I thought, you know something? Build a cave. I can put stuff in it. My little spiritual corner, if you like. Decoration in the garden. Mystical corner, whatever you want to call it. But that I can relax now because you see the gap underneath down there where the water washes it away. Well, I dug it out on both sides here, so the concrete is down under the ground 18 inches, about 45 centimeters, and then it comes up and goes right underneath the wall. So that will be, you know, supporting the wall. And then all this concrete in it, I think there's no way that's going to fall over, because that comes out away from the wall 1.15 meters. So there's no way that wall is going to fall over now, even just with this bit. So yesterday I was going to start taking it off, but it was wet from rain and full of mosquitoes. And today I didn't do it because I just felt, I think, you know, you put on a show, or you put on a face for yourself to pretend there's nothing wrong. But I think it hit me this morning that my little friend's gone. You know, I think from day to day I live here alone. For the last 10 years I live here alone. Jan comes for a couple hours most days, and but you know, a few other people will come here and there. But she, you know, whatever I'm doing, when she's having a nap, she'll wake up and come find me, and then I have to stop and pet her and talk to her. But so I spent all my time with her. I think she's been here, she's about 8 years old, so she had her character. But the last time she came out, before she went to bed that night, she was sitting right here, and the reason she sits there is because I was working here. In the daytime, I was working there, so she came to sit, and I come out the door. I just happened to look around and seen her. I said, "What are you doing here? Come on," because of mosquitoes at night. But she didn't want to be inside, so then I seen that snake, and then that was mosquitoes, and then I put her away, and that was it. So back to the wall. Not today, I don't think, but probably tomorrow, or maybe this afternoon, if the rain holds off. It's really humid now. That little breeze has disappeared. Maybe start taking it apart today. Just come out for an hour with the battery screwdriver, and start taking it apart. It doesn't take long to get it apart. It takes forever to build it though. And then we can raise it up. So the concrete inside is high enough so I can just have to raise all this mess up one time up to here. Boop. Up to there, to the top of this metal, see? So it just has to go up one time. This side, that's all the wood I had left. It cracked, as I showed you before, but I braced it with that other piece of wood, and it worked. It held it in. So that maybe go up with this one time, and then take it and put it over here. So move this lot up one, and then when it's finished, come over here and take it up 2 times. I could buy some more wood, but I'm too sticky. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off. Hope you're doing well. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best. See you next time. See ya.